it is just 30 days before the start of the Women's World Cup at Newlands in Cape Town. When the tournament hosts, South Africa will go to battle against Sri Lanka. And to help us look ahead to this tournament, we have roped in one of the best in the world of women's cricket and South Africa's premier batter, Laura Wolvaardt. Good evening, Laura, and welcome to Full View. Thank you so much for making time. Exactly 30 days to go till the opening match. And I think the one thing about Cricket South Africa, what it has been able to do is then open up the tickets for 30 rands for fans to come through and just buy those. I mean, how are the nerves right now to know that it's just a couple of days to go until the kickoff?
Hi, thanks for having me. Yeah, it's really special to have a home World Cup. I think to be playing at Newlands in front of a home crowd will be something that I'll only experience once in a lifetime in a World Cup. So I'm super excited, and to have the tickets so accessible right now is amazing. And yeah, I can't wait to see a lot of fans there.
And of course, preparations are in full swing right now in East London. What is the team looking to improve on? Which areas have you been looking at specifically?
Yeah, I think this tour right now is really good preparation for the World Cup. I think all of the games will be in coastal regions, in PE, Newlands. So this tour we have now will be really good just to get used to conditions and to work out some combinations and to see where we can improve on pushing our scores a bit higher in T20 cricket with the bat. And then, yeah, give our bowlers a bit more to defend, hopefully.
And of course, you know, the likes of Dane now back in full swing. Of course, you know, the likes of Sune Lees as well. How is the team now gelling together, especially with the incorporation of great leaders such as Dane?
Yeah, it's very exciting. I think having a full strength squad is always very exciting, and hopefully we can play some really good cricket in this tournament, especially with it being at home. So yeah, I look forward to seeing us putting on a good show.
But also it has always been that conversation around experience and youth. And I do know that some uncapped players are also joining the squad, you know, in terms of the preps. Just tell us about that as well, and in terms of the mix of the squad.
Yeah, I think we have a very good mix. We have some really experienced campaigners, players like Marizan Kapp, Shabnam Ismail, who've played hundreds of games for their country. But we also have youngsters like Tumi and Lefty, and myself, I'm also sort of a youngster. So I think I'm still learning a lot from these senior players, which is really, really cool position to be in.
All right. And of course, in the World Cups previously, you've really come so close, you know, whether it be other formats as well, you know, going to the extent of the semi-finals. What now is the aim for the Momentum Proteas, especially considering the fact that you are hosting this World Cup on home soil?
Yeah, I think, like you said, we've made semi-finals a couple of times in the past. I think our main goal is to make it one further than that and make it into the final. I think once you're in the final, anything can happen. So we're definitely looking at going all the way in this tournament. And with it being a home World Cup, we just want to put on a good show and give the home fans something to cheer about.
But is there pressure, you know, coming with that? Because obviously there is that advantage of knowing that you are on home soil and you've had these warm-up matches in regions and climates that are really going to be suitable for your play. But also the other end of it is the pressure that comes with hosting a World Cup and all the fans knowing that they want to see you at the end lifting that trophy.
Yeah, I guess so. I think being the home team, we have a lot of support here, and we'll definitely be up there as favourites to win it. I think having our families in the crowd, though, will make a big difference. I think I always somehow feel less pressure when my family is sitting there, so I think that'll help a lot. But the pressure is definitely something we're going to have to speak about in this tournament leading up to it, just to make sure everyone's on the same page and how we're going to go about handling it.
And the beauty of women's cricket is just that professionalism is really on the rise. And you've also been able to be exposed to the likes of opponents such as England and Australia, who really are professional in this sporting field. So what has that exposure helped the Momentum Proteas with?
Yeah, for sure. I think being able to play cricket full time has been a major development in the past 10 years in women's cricket. I think countries like Australia and England are really leading the way with professionalism and with the way that they play the game. So I think the more that we can play against these top nations, the more we'll improve and the better cricket we'll play.
And of course, we know that Sri Lanka will be the first opponents at Newlands in terms of that opener. What are the expectations? What do we know about the team? How are you preparing for that specific encounter?
Yeah, it's a very exciting game to be playing the opening game of the World Cup. I'm really looking forward to it. Sri Lanka can be a bit of a hit and miss sometimes. They have some really explosive players like Adapadu, so I think we'll need to work around our plans against players like that. But hopefully we can contain them and win the opening game.
And of course, I can't let you go without talking about the Under-19 Women's World Cup, the T20 that's happening in just a couple of days' time, Saturday in Benoni. It's an inaugural tournament. Maybe just your message also to the Under-19s, because they will be looking to you guys as well. You know, what do you have to say as they prepare for that open against India?
It's such an exciting tournament. I wish I had an under-19 tournament growing up to play in. I think they just need to enjoy every moment of it. It's an experience that they'll never forget, and it might be a once-in-a-lifetime experience for them to be playing in an under-19 World Cup. So, yeah, just have fun, enjoy it as much as you can, and yeah, hopefully you'll be there in the semis and then the finals at the end.
And of course, we know that entrance to those matches are going to be free, but there will be a ticket charge for the T20 World Cup that's happening in February. So just your message to the fans and for them to come out in their numbers, especially now with the tickets going for 30 rands, because we know that we are 30 days away from the kickoff of the Senior Women's World Cup.
Yeah, 30 rand is really a bargain for a really good game of cricket. So yeah, hopefully we can get a lot of spectators there. I think Newlands is such a vibe when it's full and with all that the dances and the atmosphere there. So I think it'll be an incredible experience. I think just to have a home crowd for a World Cup opening game. So I hope the fans turn up, and yeah, I'm sure we'll play some good cricket.
All right. Well, all the best to you, Laura. All the best to the team at large, Hilton, and of course, and as a technical team. We truly are wishing you the best as we gear up for the Women's T20 World Cup that will be kicking off in February. We are just 30 days away from that global showpiece. And of course, Sri Lanka will be the first opponents in Newlands.